Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Adora Nisi and I am back with another video. So I told you I was going to be dropping 3 sisters videos today. So if you have not seen the other 2 videos, make sure to watch those 2 videos before coming over to this one. Or you can check those out once you finish watching this video. So if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy the video. And also I wanted to go ahead and touch on this as like a look into the future of what we can kind of expect in season 4 or some questions that we may have for season 4. So my main thing, based on the trailer that they dropped, a particular scene stood out to me, and that was the scene of Andi confronting Zach and Fatima and telling them that they both look guilty as hell inside of Zach's new house. So that kind of caught my eye because I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So the question that I have going into season 4 is Andi going to help Zach and Fatima? So if you do not know, in the season 3 finale, Fatima set up Hayden, and she was in his car and she was confronting him, and Hayden was being very nonchalant and very aggravating or whatever, basically telling Fatima that he wasn't going to leave Zach alone. So Fatima she ended up, popping him twice with some brass knuckles. Hayden ended up hitting her back. So by him hitting her back, that gave her the cue to get her boys or whatever to come in and jump Hayden. So obviously we know that something's going to happen to Hayden, because in the trailer, you can see Andi asking Fatima, did she have anything to do with what happened to Hayden? And Fatima's going to tell her no. However, something is going to transpire between that conversation they have in the office up into the scene where you see Fatima telling Zach and Andi, telling Zach and Fatima that they both look guilty and what is going on. So the question I have is Andi going to help Zach and Fatima? And I personally think that she will. So this is my prediction of season 4 when it comes to Andi, Fatima, and Zach. So my prediction is I think that Andi is going to help Fatima. And the reason why I say that is because we all know how Fatima has helped Andi in the previous seasons. She helped her get her job back. She helped her do all these things with the other lawyer there. And, she always had Andi's back. And so because Fatima has always had Andi's back, I think that Andi feel like it's only right that she returns the favor to Fatima. So by her returning the favor to Fatima, she's going to also have to help Zach in the long run, because Fatima and Zach are now together. So if Fatima's going through this, then of course, Zach is also going through this, because Zach is the reason why all of this is happening, because Hayden, for some reason, has this weird obsession with Zach and Fatima. I don't know why, whatever. So, but one question I do have, though, is that, first of all, how does Andi know where Zach live at? I'm not sure. And we all know that Karen is going to be at Zach's house as well. But I do not think that, she's going to run into Andi there. I think they're going to save that for a little bit later in season 4. So when I say that, so my prediction is I think that Fatima is going to eventually come clean to Andi. And then Andi is going to try to help Fatima and also help Zach. So I do know people say that, well, Andi not going to help Zach get out of trouble, because Andi is not that type of lawyer. She doesn't do tax. She doesn't do criminal. She doesn't do this and that. But what I do think that people tend to forget is that Andi is a lawyer. So by Andi being a lawyer, that means that she has other lawyer friends. So just because she does not specialize in that type of law does not mean she does not know anyone who specializes in that type of law. I don't know if you all remember, I believe it was like in season 1, I believe, where Gary was in trouble, or she was in trouble, and she called some lawyer that she knew from college or whatever, who I think it's the same guy that's on his new show, Bruh. Y'all know she called him up to, help Gary out, but he wanted to take Andi on a date. I don't know if y'all remember that. So that just goes to show that Andi knows other lawyers. So by her trying to help Fatima and Zach in whatever they're going to be doing, she can always, find a lawyer that she knows from the past, because we all know lawyers are connected. So how exactly is she going to even end up at Zach's apartment? I think she's going to end up finding out something else. And that's why she's going to go to Zach's new house and confront him and Fatima. I do think Fatima's eventually going to tell Andi what happened. And like I just previously said, that is how she's going to try to help, not only help Fatima, but she's going to also try to help Zach in the process. Now, this is where the drama is going to start for this season, in my opinion and my prediction. So, by her trying to help Fatima and Zach, Karen is going to eventually find out. She's going to eventually find out. It's only right, because we have been hinting, especially in season 3, at the rocky relationship between her and Karen. And in my opinion, their relationship is going to eventually fall apart. And in my opinion, to go a step further, all the women's friendships is going to fall apart. It only makes sense that they all have a falling out, because that's just how friend group goes. So they may all have a falling out in the season 4 or in future seasons. So with Karen and Andi falling out, I would not be surprised by that. They're already kind of falling out because Karen went and confronted Fatima at her job. They almost got into it. So when Karen finds out that not only is Andi helping Fatima, but she's also helping Zach. And you know how Karen is. She likes to play victim. So she's going to feel some type of way that Andi is supposed to be her friend and she's supposed to be loyal to her, but she's being loyal to not only Fatima, but potentially her ex-boyfriend as well. And I do see Andi, I really think deep down Andi does like Zach, but as she has stated, she does not like him for Karen. So I feel like that scene where we saw Andi and Zach in the hotel when she was coming out of Robin's room, I feel like that was kind of like a setup. I felt like that was kind of like a setup for their potential new type of relationship that they may have as characters, because it was very unexpected for them to come across each other. So I feel like, to me, that was probably the setup of how Andi and Zach is going to potentially start their own friendship, because of what she is helping with Fatima. That's also going to also help him as well. And of course, we know, like I said, that's going to also start some drama, because Karen is going to feel some type of way. So this could possibly be something new for Andi, as far as learning about Zach in other ways without him being with Karen, because we all know Zach has changed since he's been with Fatima. So Andi may see a different side of Zach that she really enjoys. And we always see that she does take up for him. The other girls also take up for him when Karen wants them to bash him. They do not always bash him like Karen wants them to do. So I feel like this will be the part of their relationship to where Andi is able to see a different side. And I feel like she is going to help Fatima out. And she is also going to help Zach out as well, because I think deep down she does like Zach as a person. And as I stated, I do think that this could potentially be a new type of relationship for them. There's no telling what may happen between Zach and Andi, what type of bond they may build, or if it even may become business. We just never know. But I do feel like that Zach and Andi is going into a direction of building something because of Fatima. And I can see that all help playing out and being happening in season 4. So this just goes to show that Karen's and Andi's relationship is going to kind of be tested even more, and eventually this may be the part that really lets them fall out. So what do you all think? Because I do think that Andi is going to help Fatima and Zach. Because also in the behind the scenes teaser that they showed, Andi was going to be inside of Fatima's apartment. So that may be the scene where Fatima actually comes clean about what happened. There's no telling, Zach may come in after, and they may all sit down there and hash a plan on how to eventually get Hayden off their backs, and also how to get Zach out of this insider trading thing. It's just, there are certain things, like if you really just pay attention to certain things that happen throughout like season 3, little small bits and pieces, you can kind of tell of what may take place in season 4. As I stated, Andi and Zach run into each other in the hotel. you know, you have scenes where Andi always, you know, she takes up for Zach in certain ways. She says how she's proud of him. You know, she's happy that he got his life together. Despite Karen not wanting to hear that, you can still hear Andi saying that. So I feel like those are little small pieces that it may be potentially building a relationship between Andi and Zach. And eventually it's all going to be because of Fatima. And that is what's going to really just set the drama off, I feel like, between Karen and Andi. Because she's going to feel some type of way that, you know, Andi is, you know, not really being her friend, but being more of a friend to Fatima, because she's helping Fatima's man, but she never helped her man, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that may come up. So that's all that I have for this video. I would like to know what you all think down below. Do y'all think that Andi is going to try to help Fatima and Zach in this whole issue or ordeal that they have going on with hating? We see that there's going to be legal people coming to talk to Karen about Zach. So I want you all to know, do y'all think that this is going to be a new beginning of a new relationship for Andi and Zach? And, you know, also them building something together or working together to try to, you know, help them out with each other. And who's to say Zach and Fatima may also help Andi out with her situation, because we all know Fatima's and Andi's relationship is a little bit different than her relationship that she has with the rest of the girls. So let me know what y'all think down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in my next video.